Hello, in this video I'm going to be reinforcing the bottom of the bumper to prevent it from getting damaged, and also fixing the grille. Firstly, I apologise for the audio quality. For some reason both of my DJI mics won't connect to the camera, so I'm going to have to use the built-in microphone for this video. So I'm going to be making a skid tray protector for the underside of the BN Sports front bumper. So I have a piece of sheet steel here. I think it's just under a mil thick, so probably 0.9 or so, 0.8, 0.9, 2 foot wide, 4 foot long. Obviously it's not going to fill the whole bumper, so I'm hoping I can get this piece here out of this unused bit, but we shall see. If I have to make smaller plates, then so be it. So I've already drawn around the bumper with a marker pen, marked roughly where, or just past the centre is, just so I've got a bit of overhang. I'll cut it, and then what I'll do to secure it is grab these, purchase these off eBay. So these are a flathead internal drive Allen bolt, hex bolt, how you want to pronounce it, call it. So these sit nice and flat. So I used this on the K11 micro build a few years ago when I've done pretty much the same thing, except for that one I did actually have this covered with the metal to make an under tray, but if not, the trouble is it's already a fairly heavy bumper, let alone with more material in the middle. And yeah, so obviously I just need to protect the underside of this. It's probably not as low as other cars out there, but I just want to try and preserve this as much as I can, so because they're not cheap. So yeah, the plan is to then mark some holes around, and I'll just bolt it. Doesn't need to be a lot, just enough to keep it secure. So I'll probably go like a triangle pattern. Obviously I can't go too far in because of the mould, but I'll try and get as close as I can. And here's the finished result. So there is a slight overlap. I just need to trim it down. All the edges are now cleaned up, bar this one because my battery died. But yeah, very happy. So the idea is to make this sit slightly further out than the actual bumper itself. I'll paint the edges, and I'll use a rubber U-channel lip to protect the very edge of the metal, just so there's no sharp edges. We also need to round off the corners to make it a little neater, and then obviously mount it, but I've got to wait for this drill battery to charge. But yeah, it's come along well. So while I'm waiting for the batteries to charge, I'll just look at the grill. So there's 4 out of 6 10mm nuts holding this on. So let's go ahead and remove those. So I've now removed the grill, and they're not 6mm threads, these are actually 5mm. And upon trying to remove this nut, the whole thing unthreaded instead. So if the camera picks up the focus, so it's 8mm on the bigger side and then 5mm on the smaller. Obviously I've never seen this before. I don't know if I can get these, so I had the idea of getting some 6mm threaded rod, threaded bar, or a long bolt. This should screw in So I was thinking of cutting this bolt down to the same length as that. I know it's not going to be the same size poking through, but if I drill out the holes on the bonnet itself to allow a 6mm stud to go through, I'll just use a 8mm stud to go through. I'll then just use an 8mm nut to secure it in place. So yes, it's not going to look the same as all the others, but I'd rather have it mounted, and you're not going to see it unless the bonnet's open anyway. So yeah, I've got one there. I've got need 1, 2. Although as this is off, I don't know. What I might do is thread these in, and also this one. But I also use some JB Weld 2-part epoxy just to hold it in, because inside isn't actually threaded. So yeah, just to give it a bit more adhesion. These ones seem to be okay, but saying that, I think the plastic is cracked on this side from age, being brittle. This one's good, that one's good, that one's starting to crack. Again, camera can't pick it up because it's an action camera, and that one's okay. So yeah, I'll go ahead and measure up a load of these, get this glued, and for some reason this is double mesh, so you've got circular mesh on this side, but on this side it's longer, so no idea why. At first I thought it was a copied grill, but I don't know. I think for some reason it's just been sprayed like a matte black, but one of these fixings holding the mesh in, it's in one of the corners. It's here. That has broken away. The plastic's broken, so I might remesh this and I'll glue that at the same time. So using one piece of the original mesh, I can lay that over the new piece and use that as a template to go out. And there we have it, old and new. A bit hard to see on the tarmac, but let's get this mounted. So that's the mesh now fitted using the existing mounts. There is one screw missing. Didn't have one of these washers. There's also one there, but I don't have any screws small enough to go in. These are broken off already, so I could drill new holes maybe, but that'll be fine for the time being. I can do this on the car. So next up is to glue the one existing stud back in and glue the 2 new ones in. I don't know which way I'm going to do it, I suppose it doesn't matter, and then drill the holes in the bonnet. So the new studs are glued on, the bonnet's now drilled. Let's get this refitted. Hopefully these line up. Like so. Might be hard to see because of the lighting, but yeah, all the studs are through. Let's get those nuts back on and see what it looks like. So it's not closed all the way down, but the mesh has come out really nicely. This is no longer flapping, so it's a good job that's done. So yeah, very happy with that. So I just got to finish these plates for the bumper, and then that can go back on. And there we have it. Use these flathead bolts. Awesome. So I just need to get some U-channel just a bit around the edge on these corners. I think on the corners they does stick out a little further. Could trim it down. I might see what it looked like with the U-channel on first. And go from there. Can always take it off and trim it. So no, very happy with that. So while the bumper's off, I may as well trim a curved line here to help with wheel clearance. So safety first, got my mask, let's do it. And there we have it, all done, all back on. So we still need to get U-channel, I'll have to order that from eBay. Wheels repaired, remeshed, matches the bumper. Very happy. So yeah, I hope this helps, and I'll see you in the next one.